How's it going, guys? This is Crafty. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to tunnel the fastest and the most efficiently with taking as little damage as possible in each situation. So I'll basically just show you guys the most efficient ways to tunnel. Let's get right into it. So before we start, one thing I would like to mention is that what a lot of people do wrong is when they tunnel, they'll edit walls as so, or like this. So basically what they're doing is they're making triangle edits. That's what I call them. So instead what you should be doing is you should be making arcs as shown right here. So the reason why arcs are better than triangles is because if say there's a ramp here and you're underneath the ramp and you edit a triangle like so, it's gonna take you one more button press to reset that wall, because you have to actually take out your wall in order to reset it. You can kind of reset it or edit it, but it's kind of tricky and you have to sort of go to the edge and get a perfect angle. So with arcs, if you do an arc, it's much easier to reset it because you can use either the bottom corner or the top corner. So not only this, but the arc gives you much more room, and I'll show you an example of why the room is so important in, right here. So say I'm turtle up right here and I need to go in that direction right there. If I do a triangle edit, as you can see, I cannot go through. I can only go through the top part right here. However, if I make an arc, I can completely freely just move back and forth without any difficulty at all. So that's why I really try to use the arcs over the triangles. So I really hope you do that as well. Of course, yes, you have to click one more tile than the triangle, but that shouldn't be an issue for you. Now another edit I would like to mention is this edit. It's like a little stick. So why this edit is so useful is because if you're really close to a mountain like so and you have to go in that direction, what you can do is you can just make a stick and go through. Now you can reset right there. And the reason why I don't like these edits or these edits is because you can get stuck. So right now this is a bad example as to how you can get stuck with this edit, but for example, if I do this one, you can easily get stuck, and it's kind of sometimes hard to get through, and it can really slow you down, especially if you have fast moving zones and need to get somewhere quick. So having this edit down can really save you from dying to storm or some other scenario someday. So another thing I would like to mention that a lot of people do wrong is say you're in a box and you're rotating or you're tunneling. What a lot of people do is they'll just do a quick 1x1, and what oftentimes happens is they'll place a floor on the ground, which is a waste of 10 mats, especially if you're on flat ground and you don't need that floor. It's just a waste of 10 mats. So what I really would like you to do instead is practice tunneling and try to look up a bit more than usual. So instead of going like this and doing it fast in some sort of circular motion, try to really practice down and start slow. Obviously this is a bad example because right here you would need a floor. It's not even, but really try to get used to this motion right here. So what I do is I place a wall right, then center, and then left, and then a floor above you. Now do keep in mind that if somebody is above you and they, that's something you need to really focus on, especially when you're about to rotate, is if you're tunneling and there's an enemy somewhere that is really focusing you, you need to keep in mind where that enemy is and build based off of that. So say I'm in this 1x1 right here and I have an enemy above me and that enemy is really pressuring me and really wants me dead. What I do is I wouldn't tunnel like this, but I would start with the floor above me so that there is no chance that they're gonna get a shot off me, and then I would do the walls. Now, of course, same applies if someone's on your right or the left. If someone's on your right, you would start with the right wall. If someone's on your left, you'd start with the left wall. So really just kind of take that into consideration and make that a habit so you know where to place what first, depending on where your enemies are and what enemies are focusing you the most. So another thing I would like to mention is that you don't always need to place that floor above you. I mean that pyramid above you, because unless you're staying in your 1x1 for more than 2 or 3 seconds, then you really don't need it. So if you're just rotating like this, you really don't, need to waste that extra 10 mats for that pyramid. There's really no point. Now, if someone's pressuring you and there's someone above you, yes, you probably should place a pyramid there, but really just prioritize the floor before you place the pyramid. And the reason why it's important to place the floor before the pyramid is because the pyramid is not as important as the floor. So, right here, say that's the 1x1, there's no floor. I'm an enemy, I take the floor, and what I can do is I can simply just go to the corner and just swing my axe. Then the person inside this 1x1 is gonna place the cone, and as you can see, it's transparent. I can go through it. So it's gonna be like this, and then I can just edit through with that floor being mine. So that's why I wouldn't do this, by the way, guys, just in case it is considered an exploit. I personally don't do this. I really don't want to get banned, but I'm just telling you what people do and what people can do. So that's why it's really important to get that floor off before the pyramid. Another reason why the floor is more important is because it's hard to notice when someone's replacing your pyramid. So if you only have a pyramid above you and not a floor, it's really hard to notice, especially if the enemy replaces or takes the floor with the same material that you used to build the rest of your 1x1. Then it's really hard to tell if both those are yours. Especially with so much going on in scrims and so much to focus on, you can really, get killed easily by just, having a pyramid instead of a floor. Now, the next example is when you are high up, or not even high up, but there's nothing below you and you need to place a floor. So, see, I'm tunneled up like this, and I'm currently like in mid-ground, I'd say. So there's someone above me and below me. The fastest way I found to tunnel is by first placing a floor below you, above you, and then doing the walls. So it would look like so. That was a bit sloppy there, but you get the idea. That's really the most efficient way I found to tunnel while in mid-ground. Obviously, if you're on top of everybody, all you gotta do is place floors and cones. So, that's simple. Even for that, there is a specific way I like to do it that I think is the most efficient. So what a lot of people do is they'll just span between their floors and their pyramids, which is fine, but I found it more efficient if you kind of do it circular or oval motion almost, with pyramids and then floors. So you start pyramids from the right, move to the left, and then start your floors from left to the right. So it looks like so. So it's really smooth, and you're not like shaking, and you can really still see what's going on around you while doing so, because as I said, you're not shaking. So even though that was a bit off topic and it's not really tunneling, I still want to mention that. Anyways, guys, with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please consider dropping a like and subscribing, maybe even commenting. It would really help support me and boost this video to make sure other people see this as well. So I really appreciate it if you guys would do that. If you ever have questions, feel free to stop by on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Kraftee, Kraftee, or if you would like to stay up to date with me, I also have a Twitter and Instagram. All the links are in the description below. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night. I'm out. Peace.